Are you in a place in your life where you crave change? Do you feel trapped, yearning for a better life? A life where you control your destiny? Are you tired of someone else dictating your every move? Are you ready to seize control of your own life and make your own rules? Do you feel like it's time for a complete overhaul, a reinvention? I've been where you are. I know the frustration, the hunger for way more, and the fire inside that wants to break free. That is why I'm here. To share my journey with you, to show you that reinvention is not just a dream, it can become your reality. Let me take you through 5 things I did to reinvent myself completely in just 90 days. Number 1 is introspection. Number 2 is a reason for reinvention. Number 3, it's exactly what I wanted out of reinvention. Number 4, how I took time to take action. And number 5, how I took training. And after that, I will give you 8 modern skills that will skyrocket your value and change your life from being an employee to an entrepreneur. Introspection. Have you ever found yourself questioning, is this it? Is this all that I'm worth? I did every single day. I look at people my age that are living better lives than me and wonder, are they smarter than me, more educated? The answer was always no. So why was I stuck in this cycle? I was in a job that promised security, but instead of a better life, I found myself in misery. The paycheck covered the basics, rent, utilities, and a loan, but it left me with nothing to show for my hard work. There was always a lot more month left at the end of my money. As a young cop trying to be independent, I had to take on a loan just to afford a car. But even that turned into another burden. Imagine pulling over a driver for a ticket only to realize that you have stopped one of the same cars to drive you home because your old car broke down. And it didn't just happen once, but more than one times. The frustration, the humiliation, it was overwhelming. Now, here's my reason for reinvention. I craved a life filled with meaning, not just mundane survival. I wanted to fast-track my success, not crawl towards it at a snail pace. I wanted control over my time, my income, and my destiny. I longed to give my loved ones more than just my presence. I longed to give them abundance. But instead, I was chained to a job that made me feel less than human. And I was ruled by bosses with egos larger than the paychecks they controlled. I had read books that spoke of wealth, power, influence, and freedom. Titles such as Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and the 48 Laws of Power opened my eyes to a world where I could be so much more than what I was at the time. But the environment I was in suffocated my dreams. At work, I felt isolated, not because of my colleagues, who were good people, but because my mind was always somewhere else, envisioning a life far beyond the 4 walls of the police station. I knew I did not belong there. I was meant for something greater, what I wanted out of reinvention. I wanted to work smarter, not harder. While I was still a cop, I was juggling 2 side hustles, making, packaging, and selling food items from home. But despite all my efforts, I was not getting ahead. I realized that I needed to become more. I needed to become of greater value. I needed to become more efficient and more strategic. And this is how I took time to take action. To change your life, you need time. Time to think, time to plan, and to execute. But with 2 side hustles and a full-time job, I was burning out. 4 hours of sleep, if I was lucky, became the norm. But then, during a conversation with my wife, everything changed. She presented me with a choice, a proposal if you will. I could use my upcoming 3-month vacation to double down on my side hustles as I was thinking at the time, and remain stuck in the same place that I was next year at this time, or that same time next year, which was a January. Or I could use the same time to acquire the skills, the same time that I would get for vacation, to acquire the skills that could skyrocket me into living a different, better, a new life. Her words were words of wisdom in its purest form. This was my chance to reinvent myself, It was not going to be a vacation where I vacationed. It was going to be a vacation where I decided to double down and take training to change my life. This was my chance to reinvent myself. Taking the leap. For the first time in my life, I dedicated myself fully to learning an online business, something I had never done before. I didn't have the best tools, just an old malfunctioning laptop that seemed to fight me at every move. But I pushed through. I was taught content creation, graphic design, copywriting, social media marketing, and email marketing. I knew that this struggle, this pain would be temporary, but the freedom it promised was worth every second. I had done it. By the end of those 3 months, I resigned from my job with the skills I had gained. I built a business that was now making me money in my sleep. I went from being stuck in a cycle of frustration to living a life of freedom and abundance. The path to reinvention. If you are ready to reinvent yourself, start by accepting the truth. Your current life is a result of your current knowledge. To change your life, you must change who you are and start with learning new and modern skills. We are all, put it this way, we are all drawn to beauty. We are all drawn to abundance. We are all drawn to power. But are you living in the scarcity mindset? Are you living with the mindset that you feel so fearful of sharing because you believe that there's not enough to go around? Do you have enough to enrich yourself and others as well? Or are you dependent on what others give to you? You see, the journey to reinvention begins with introspection and a vision. Let me give you the modern skills that can skyrocket. As a matter of fact, they will increase your value exponentially. Start by learning these modern skills and you will be unstoppable. Number 1, learn to grow a YouTube channel. Number 2, learn to master content creation with just your phone. Number 3, promote your work through social media. Number 4, build and grow social media pages. Number 5, learn the art of copywriting. Number 6, master email marketing. Number 7, develop your graphic design skills. And number 8, find a product or service to offer. Digital products such as ebooks or courses or coaching services. These skills won't just change your life, they will set you free. The freedom to live life on your own terms, to work from anywhere in the world, to travel, to decide how to spend your money, that is the life I've created for myself. And it is within you, your reach, to reinvent yourself and make this possible. Reinventing yourself is not just possible, it's necessary. It is the key to unlocking a life of freedom, abundance, and joy. Thank you.